a small, forgotten town at the edge of nowhere, there lived a boy named Arif. He was 19, not special in the eyes of the world, not successful, not talented in any obvious way, just stuck. Every morning he woke up with the same thought. Maybe today, something will change. But nothing ever did. His room was small. A broken ceiling fan turned slowly above him. A clock on the wall ticked louder than it should have, as if time itself was mocking him. Tick, tick, tick. Days passed like this, then weeks, then years began forming inside his habits. Arif had dreams once, big ones. He wanted to build something, become something, escape this town that smelled like rust and boredom. But dreams, when ignored too long, don't disappear. They turn into regret, and regret is heavier than failure. Every night, Arif would lie on his bed staring at the cracked ceiling and think, someone will come. Someone will show me the way. Someone will fix this. A teacher, a friend, a miracle, a moment, someone. But no one came. One evening, something strange happened. A man arrived in town. No one knew where he came from. He wore a long, dark coat, even though it wasn't cold. His eyes looked like they had seen too many endings. People started calling him the Mirror Man, because he didn't lie. He didn't comfort. He only reflected truth back at people. Arif heard about him from others, and something inside him, something desperate, made him go meet him. He found the man sitting near an empty tea stall. The Mirror Man didn't look up. He said calmly, "You're not here for answers. You're here for permission." Arif froze. "How do you know what I want?" Arif asked. The man finally looked at him. "Because every lost person says the same thing." Arif sat down slowly. "I just want my life to change," he said. The Mirror Man nodded slightly. "Then change it." Arif frowned. "It's not that simple." The man leaned forward. "It is simple, just not easy." Silence. Then the man said the sentence that broke something inside Arif. "No one is coming to save you." Arif laughed nervously. "That's not true. People get help. People get chances." The Mirror Man shook his head. "Help doesn't replace action. Chances don't replace responsibility." Arif felt something heavy rise in his chest. "So what am I supposed to do?" he asked quietly. The man stood up. "Stop waiting." Then he walked away. That night, Arif couldn't sleep. The words repeated in his mind like a storm. "No one is coming. No one is coming. No one is coming." At first, it felt cruel. Then it felt real. The next morning, Arif woke up earlier than usual. Not because he was motivated, but because something had shifted. He still didn't feel ready. But he got up anyway. He cleaned his room. He opened an old notebook. He wrote one sentence. "If no one is coming, I will start." The first days were messy. He failed to stay consistent. He got distracted. He doubted himself constantly. Some days he stopped completely. But something was different now. He no longer waited for the perfect moment. Because he understood. There isn't one. Weeks turned into months. Arif started learning skills online. Slowly, painfully, repeating things he didn't understand at first. There were nights he wanted to quit, and he almost did. But then he remembered the Mirror Man's voice. "No one is coming." And instead of breaking him, the words pushed him forward. Not fast, not magically, but steadily. One day, he got his first small freelance task online. It didn't pay much, but it proved something important. He could move his life, not wait for it. 6 months later, he had more work, not because the world changed, but because he did. A year later, Arif stood outside the same town he once felt trapped in. He wasn't rich, he wasn't perfect, but he was no longer stuck. Wind hit his face as he looked back at the place that once felt like a prison. He remembered the boy who used to wait for rescue, wait for timing, Wait for life to begin. And for the first time, he understood. Life never begins later. It begins when you stop waiting. Arif whispered to himself. No one came, because no one needed to come. I became the person I was waiting for,